Hello guys, we're going to talk about sketching today. In this lesson, sketching is really interesting because we use sketching in user experience designs. One thing I really like to do is use it for idea generation. We're going to learn about that. We're going to learn about the process. We're going to learn about the sketching different types of flow and some tips in between. So let's jump right in it. We're going to start with an intro to sketching. So sketching is a two-step process, and it's very important to remember. Designers consider their options and then proceed to work out those details. The first step is called idea generation. What we want to do here is to approach a new product and generate as many ideas as we can. It mustn't be perfect. It's just to put things on paper and we build it from there. So you just have to generate as many approaches and decide on which one is the most efficient for the task you're trying to solve for. The next step is adding details and refinement. So, step by step, you work on refining those sketches and then adding more details. It's okay to kill some of your ideas here because that's the point. Don't get bogged down by all the messy sketches and the lack of details. Just keep on going. Refining it will come over time. Now, let's jump right into how we actually take a look at the processing as we go from idea generation all the way to refinement. The first step is generating the idea, like what we just talked about. This is these are the initial sketches we basically created, and they have low level details. They have no color, maybe some color to signify some part of the sketch, but the goal here is to draw a lot of basic sketches. Like as you can see, some are square, arrows, some text. As I said, just generate as many options as you can and don't get bogged down by those details. From here, we're going to start from refining some of those details. We're going to start adding some sketch like wireframes. Then you will notice that your promising sketches starts to take a lead to more detailed view. And it may not have all the details still, but that's totally fine. But it will have a lot of the key details. And you want to refine those from those sketches you have in the idea stage. Like we started adding little more elements and different types of UI elements here. And down here, buttons, different types of inputs, which have to do with interaction. Don't worry, we'll get into this soon. The next step is components. When I get into visual design and start thinking much about these wireframes in much more details, I'm actually going to refine a lot of sketches and start to pull out certain elements which are really needed. So I will start to realize that when I start building out this kind of component, I'm going to need some buttons, different inputs, different types of content that's really going to help us in the future when we're thinking about different types of requirements that we need. That's the basic process from going from ideas all the ways to components.